Today we're going to share about the YiK Kam SLT sets. Okay, since I have made a Chinese language video, instead of translate it, I'll do a English version here about the YiK Kam SLT. Okay, I always was asked about the SLT, what is this about, and since it's a long set, what it is, and of course, because this set is very long, it's very difficult to show everything. But here I try to get the focus on the highlight, so you can have a feeling of what it is about. Okay. So the YiK Kam SLT set have 4 parts. We are going to go through each part, and it highlight the important points or the theme of the each part. Okay, and the whole set is like a music. You need to know what every part is for, and of course, one have to follow the YiK Kam writing, the YiK Kam SLT Kinquit to practice this. That is not distorted, or it is follow the teaching of the sets. Okay. So So part 1 of the YiK Kam SLT, as we have talked about in the previous YouTube, it is similar and equivalent to the SLT sets of other Wing Chun lineage, who with the lineage which have 3 sets, the SLT Chengqiu Diuji sets. Okay, so the first part of the YiK Kam SLT set is equivalent to the SLT sets of other Red Book era Wing Chun lineages. Okay, so this set, the first part, usually have 5 common denominator type of components or elements. The first is the snake reel section. The second is the crane withstand section. The third is the crane feet and crane wing sections, and then the 4 gate 1, 2, 3, 4, the dealing and the breaking the center, the middle sections, which is dealing with this, and then with the Zhaoyang section, which is these 2 door sections. Okay, so that is how the 5 sections in part 1. Okay, the key 5 sections in part 1, and as we know that the first section is training for the developing the snake reel, okay, joint by joints, and the second is with the crane withstand, is the jing flow and so forth. Okay, and the middle sections, okay, and the breaking the middle sections is for the attacks, counter attacks of the main door or the front door or the middle door, and then the Zhaoyang is the side door. Okay, even though we are still facing front, but it's in this left or right. Okay, so there's 5 of them. Okay, now in these sections it involve internal or the qi cultivations. Okay, and thus and of course it's also involved in the jing development. Okay, so the key of these sections, it has to be played or trained or practiced with the feet has to be loose. Okay, the whole body has to be loose. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay, so that is the first part. Okay, and of course you go through the 5 layers as I talked in previous the YouTube on the YiK Kam transform. The 5 layers is the physical, the mind, the breathing, the qi flow, and the jing momentum, and the strategy of the art. Okay. So in other words, that say for the first sections, the snake one, it always reeling in this middle line. Even though it's reeling, it's not going like that, or going this way, or going up like that. No, it's just reeling on this middle line. Okay. So this is a straight middle line here. This always reeling here. Okay, so within this triangle. The second one, the crane withstand, also all happen here. Okay, so there has to be the boat jing, as we talked about, like the boat, the small boat jing, and the snake rear. Okay, so all is over there. Okay, and so this is the first part. Okay, and using for develop the basic. Okay, the core basic. Now the second part is the training on how to respond, how to accept and deliver, to respond to different situations, common situations. And the second part, okay, the second part of the YiK Kam process have different various example for different cases, application cases. However, the first 2 sections of the second part, the first sections dealing with the frontal body, okay, straight body, square body, the spring type of the jing, okay, development, okay. So that is the first section. The second section is the important one. The second section is the one dealing with using the body to dissolve incoming force and so forth. So the first sections, the first sections of the second part is you deal with this like the spring, okay, and it is a frontal, okay, like the Xilin Tao in the first part type of jing type, okay, and the second part is using the body, the turning of the body to dissolve the incoming force and so forth, okay. So the second part start with this one, start with this K-jang. Up to here, okay, if you can see, start from K-jang, is a flat body here, square body. This is the second sections. Okay. Up to this point, okay, all is this rotating and spinning type of the emotions, okay, and how to dissolve incoming force via rotating, shifting, okay, and it is, as we talked before, that the Xilin Tao part is like the spring, the coil spring pushing up and down, and then this second section is like it's still a coil spring, is pushing up and down. However, we have this turn, okay, and so while it turns, it dissolves using space to dissolve the incoming force and so forth. Okay. Okay. So these sections, if we compare with the say the Changkyu sets of the other ancient lineages, where they have this kind of YiK Kam do not using this high bong sao type. So instead, okay, instead it is in the low bong sao type of movement. So they both have this rotation. However, this is the uniqueness of the YiK Kam Shooting Tao. And also, if you notice that it has this type of spin, okay? So it is with this type of spin and with this type of spin, okay? That is the second sections of the second part of the YiK Kam Shooting Tao. And this is very important. If these first two sections of the YiK Kam Shooting Tao is missed, then you don't develop those type of element needed, and then later on it will be difficult to handle or difficult to progress further. Okay, so after the first sections in the second part, it will show applications. The first thing is the Hin Sao Tang Jiong. Okay, so the Hin Sao Tang Jiong is actually Hin Sao. Okay, Hin Sao grab Tang Jiong. Okay, this is Hin Sao is also called as Oil Lin Sao. This is the Yinchuan Oil Lin Sao. Okay, or outside Lin Sao. Okay. Okay, so that is where it come from. Okay, the second thing is also there is a technique called dealing with the bridge. It's called the QQ Fengyan, or dig the bridge, present the seal. Okay, so this is okay. That is dig the bridge, present the seal. Okay. So, okay. If you look at that, if you look at just this hand, okay. So there is present here. The third technique normally usually is it is there is the chop from the outward, and then the whip hand. Okay, so that is how where it is located. So it's like this. Okay, this is where the techniques come from. Okay, and of course, in this section is also having the side thrust kick and the double spearing down. Okay, this is in the second section, also second part also, and then the last one, it has the under bridge hands. Okay, the under bridge hand, it is in this section. Of course, there's another one which is always has to is the Noi Lin Sao. Okay, inner is also in this section. Okay, so well, let me show you again for the what I mean by that the application just now on the oiling. Okay, so yeah, just put your hand like this. Okay. So the oiling sao, or the external Lin Sao is this. Okay. Okay. So this one. Okay. Again, leader freeze. Okay. So there's. Okay. Let me do it one more time. Okay. So that is the oiling sound. Okay. Now the second one is the QQ Fengyan. Okay. So right. So Okay. So yeah. Okay. So that is the QQ. Okay, this is the QQ part. Okay. Now, okay. So that is the two of the thing can show you, about this what is this mean by oily. Okay, and well, and another one I forgot to show you is the noise itself. Okay. So you have the oil in here, you have the noise in here. Okay, you have the noise in here. Okay, and you have the QQ, Hongyan here. Okay, so there's basically those type of things in the second part of the YiK Kam shielding sets. Okay. Now, when it comes to the third part of the sets, the third part is for emergency handling, or when the really in the cringing range or on different ranges, but it's in the emergency packing. So let's talk about a little about the Jing in the force flow in the third part of the shielding part before we get into that. If we go through the first part of shielding part, it's like coil spring. Okay, so there is like coil spring up and down. Okay, those type. Okay, so it's coil spring like that, and then this is the type. Okay, now body coming up and going down. And the second section, it becomes this type. Okay. The third sections, even though it is this type, but it is not using the space. Like this one has to use the space to dissolve force, and so you need a lot of space and so forth. The third section is no longer doing that. The third one is dealing with the Jing flow and Jing part, meaning that it doesn't turn this much. Say if you want to do an elbow, instead of doing the full elbow like that, it's like a drill down to the ground, but it doesn't go in like the second section of full spin. It just drill a little bit and that. So it's different from the second part, is that this is a quick, and this is where the inch or the shot coming in. For example, the second we're doing like this. Okay, the second we're doing like this. The third will do like this. Okay, so it is a shot and an inch type of Jing here. So that is the Jing type cultivate in the third part. Okay. Now, the third part start with the lines in the quinquet start in the third part is as the following. So you understand why this part is called the emergency or the recovering part. It say like this. It say 敌强孤弱封侯手, or meaning that, translate in English is saying that when the opponent is strong, I am weak. I'm using the sealing trot hand. Okay, so this is the third sections. The third part of the YiK Kam shielding part. Okay, the third part of the YiK Kam shielding part. This part have only one section. Okay, however, it covers the range between the close body, the middle range, and the kick range. So it covers a various range of it. Okay, and the techniques within this part is this sealing trot hand, okay, the double hop hand, the elbow, okay, the gang sao, okay, and the what do you call that? I'll just call it a spin away kick, okay, which means that when things come directly to you, you just spin away kick, okay. So it kind of spin away kick, meaning that it won't take things directly, you know, it's in the disadvantage. So it just slips away, it just slips and spin away and doing the kick. Okay, so those are things. So let me show you, what I mean for all this thing. For example, the first thing is that the double hug is like this. If I get choked, okay, this is the double hug. This is the double hug. Okay, there's the double hug. And of course, in the gamma, after the gamma, you can have this, the elbow strike or the Keijang strike. Okay, depend. Okay, so just want to show you. Okay, of course, it's just this is the play in this area. Okay, and of course, if this is a hug here, the elbow can be played in this area too. Okay, so thanks. So the third section is all with all this is a practice for these types of applications. Okay, so again, it can be in the mid range up to the long range and in the body range. Okay, so that is the third part of the YiK Kam SLT. Now, the fourth part of the YiK Kam SLT is about footwork. Okay. So if we look at it this way, the first part of the YiK Kam SLT is the development of the basic, the basic element, square body. Okay. The second is for the rotations or spinning, the rotations or spinning. The third one is actually twisting. Okay, it's actually twisting and shocking. Okay, twisting and shocking. Okay, and the fourth is the footwork. Okay, so the basic footwork in this, the fourth part is this. Number one is the so-called the 7-star step, which is go right and left. Okay, the reason it's called 7-star step is like this: the North Pole 7 stars, the 7-star, the Chinese North Pole 7-star, it goes sideways, zigzag. Okay, so it is this type of stuff. Okay, that is one type of the footwork. The second type is the walking back footwork. Okay. The third type of the footwork is the side step footwork, when, like for example, when you lose the center line, you just go sideways. Okay, so you just go sideways. Okay, my video is difficult to capture, so I have to be doing very slowly, wherever you can see things. Okay, so this is the thing, and the fourth type is the half steps. Okay, so just move up half steps. Okay, so you have those type of the footwork there. So all of this is represent the teaching of the YiK Kam long set SLT. Okay, the 4 parts, and as you can see, each part has its own theme there, okay, for what it is. So it's like music. You play each part, and you know what it is. And then, say for example, even like the Jing type. The first part you have a one type of Jing type. The second part have different type of Jing type. The third part you have different type of Jing type, and it just stack on top of the last one. Okay, say in the developments. Okay, so that's how it is. Now, a few things I want to talk about is the reason why I do the 5 layers in the YiK Kam transform is to explain what happened with this text. Okay. Now, as we know, the first layer is the physical layer, physical body layer. The second layer is the mind layer. The third layer is the breathing layer. The fourth is the chi layer. The fifth is the jing and the momentum and the strategy, the art strategy layer. Okay. Now, let me explain you more about the 5 layer. Right. So in terms of momentum, okay, let's talk about the 5 layer, right? You have the jing layer and the momentum layer, and it has to fit into the strategy of the arts. In case of momentum, actually, there's the definitions there on there's 2 things there. The first thing is like this. For example, if me and him facing square, okay, he and me facing square. If he attack me, okay, if he attack me from this square, okay, so there's a momentum come at me, okay, and in the same time, if I go response to him, say a response to him, okay, square, that is what I call the contact momentum, okay. So if this is coming at me like that, this is the contact momentum. Once after this contact momentum, if I push him this way, he's going to push back. So if I want to use, I make use of this, okay, then there's another type of momentum. That is the momentum which is using his momentum. So there's 2 things, 2 momentum there. One is the contact momentum, and then the second is the momentum added to his momentum. Okay, so there's 2 different things. Okay, so for example, in this forward square thing, the jing play come in because if you look at the Xilium Tao, the coil spring type of jing, this, okay, is like I have to take his incoming momentum like a spring, okay. I have to be able to sustain that. Otherwise, if this is very strong and I cannot handle this momentum, I cannot take it, I'm going to go breaking apart. Okay, and once we go this way, it's a very close body already. Okay, so depend on if I push like this, how he turns his body, how can I make use of his momentum? There's the second type of momentum. Okay, so there's the frontal body. Now, the second type is if his punch is he strike me in forward thing, but I accept it from this side. Okay, I accept it from this side. Then I'm not using this type of the spring anymore. I'm using the spring with the rotating. Okay. Okay. So again, there's one type. Okay. Then there's the first type, and then there's the second type of momentum. So there's 2 types of momentum. So here you have this contact momentum, okay? Contact momentum, once you get in, that is another type of momentum, how you make use of his momentum, because he's going to struggle, okay, that's for sure. And the second thing is that if I go from the sideway, again, after the contact momentum, how I'm going to use this momentum, there's the second momentum. So in order to stick in Wing Chun, in the YiK Kam Wing Chun, how to play with the second momentum is very important, how to use it, okay? And of course, both are important, because if you cannot take the first one, the first contact momentum, you're going to disintegrate. If you cannot play with the second one, then you are not making use of this momentum, okay? And sticking normally is how to handle the momentum after the contact momentum, okay? So that's the thing. So when you come with the fourth part of the YiK Kam SLT, okay? When we go this way, when we go left and right, okay? So for this, right? So you can go this way, okay? Or you can go this way. That's where the zigzag coming from the footwork, okay? And of course, the Jing type applied here is straight like this is the shielding type of the Jing type. This can be the second part of the shielding type. Okay, so this is straightforward body, okay, type of the Jing, the part one type of the Jing, shielding type part one of Jing. This is the second part of the Jing, where you have some turn. When you go to here, there has to be the third part of the Jing, where you can have the short Jing and the bounce and so forth. Okay, so this is how the Jing and how the momentum and how the strategy fit in together. Okay. Okay, so this is the fifth layer of the YiK Kam SLT. Okay, so in other words, say again, this is the center line. I'm not going to give up my center line. So when you I get to this, I go this way. I have to be able to accept this thing, okay? To go this way. And after that contact, I have to be able to follow his struggle and to make use of him, or his momentum, okay? Or, okay, I can go this way, and after this contact, okay, I can make use of his momentum, okay, to play with the situations. And the momentum, the Jing type, and the philosophy or the concept of the fighting art has to go hand in hand. That's the reason the existence of the fifth layers, okay, of the YiK Kam transform. So you have the physical body layer, the mind layer, the breathing layer, the qi layer, the fifth layer, which is the momentum, Jing, and the strategy or the philosophy of art. You have these 5 layers. You use these 5 layers to explain or to describe what happened with this sex. If you don't have these 5 layers, it's very difficult to understand what's going on for that. Okay, another thing about Jing is this. Sometimes people ask me about why don't I use a phone book to test the short Jing, okay, what do you call it, the short Jing or something. In fact, what I found is that it is very dangerous to use those kind of stuff, because even with the yoga ball like this, the force will penetrate. Okay, and say for example, if I just simply put a shot there, okay. Yeah, my video is slow, so I whatever close I cannot show you. I have to open it, and whatever fast I cannot show you. So it's really bother for me. Okay, so be with me. So if I do a short Jing like this, okay, you see that short Jing? I already can penetrate without intention. Now, if I want to use a shock jing with intention, that's a different story. Okay? You see, a shock jing without intention, like this. Okay? A shock jing with intention. Okay? So, this is yoga ball about 2 feet distant from his body, and still can do that. Okay? Now, if you use a phone book, it is very dangerous because that thing is solid, it doesn't have gaps. So the reason I bring this up is to show you that that type of jing is different than this type of jing. Okay? Back again. That type of jing is very different from this type of jing. Okay? That type of the jing is this is unintentional, unset target. Okay? This is setting a lyric pad for penetration. Okay? So that's still not focused in the high density. Okay? So this is just I thought a side track to tell you about jing because I just talk about this thing. So for me, please do not use phone book for testing your students or friends or anything, because that causes internal damage. As what I said. Okay, if you see this thing, I'm not direct my force, my jing out to his body, because that is feedback. Okay, so as what I said, that you can see the two different. Okay, this is non-direct at all. Okay, and next one I want to do a slight direct. Okay. Okay, you see that thing? He doesn't stand this way. Okay, stand with both feet equal, not front back. He doesn't stand that way. He stand up and there. Okay, if he stand this, it's going to fly out. Okay, but if I don't want him to fly out, I target him. He's going to damage internal organs. So for me, this is a side track, and I want to share with you that you practice this type of stuff, like the YiK Kam 4 parts type of set development. Do not use the phone book or anything, because it just it's like crushing a car to the tree. Okay, it doesn't make sense because already you're going to cause problem. Okay, so thank you. So that is players, and hopefully you get what I'm talking about here. Okay. Now, so one other thing you need to know too, that in order to understand these sets, you need to know the music of each part, so you can develop different skill at each part. Okay. And of course, whatever I share with you here is my understanding, and you must follow the YiK Kam writing, because I'm not YiK Kam. I can only present what I understand from the writing to you. Okay? Thank you.